what's up, America and everywhere else in the world? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Corey Has a Podcast. I'm your host, Corey Easley, and back with a brand new. Guess who's back with a brand new rap? It's crazy out here. There's a bunch of climate change. There's fires in Canada and all this shit. You can't even go outside and breathe. Do you put a mask back on? Do you not? You don't care about COVID anymore, but you do want to breathe, right? So what do? I don't know. You just ignore it, or you stay indoors, or you go from indoors to other indoors, right? What do I mean by that? Walk out of your building, walk out of your house, get into a car. Walk out of your building, walk out of your house, get to the subway as fast as possible. Then you get on a train. Well, you get on the train, avoid the car with the homeless person in it who makes the whole car smell like the worst smell. I can't describe the smells that you get out here nowadays, but this shit is crazy. We just went on a 6-mile run, did the Central Park loop. It was real nice. Certain areas in the park, you'll just catch a whiff here and there because it's just people just set up shop and just stay there. You might even run past somebody who smells bad. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a crazy homeless person. I know I've been talking about the homeless people and the homeless problem a lot lately, but it is a problem. And I don't feel like, it used to be back in the day, I'd be like, damn, it's very unfortunate that this person is homeless, right? Like, and now it's like, there's a lot of people that have severe mental health problems that are just walking around. And I think it's a safety issue, right? Like the other day, there was just a guy laying down, masturbating furiously, as if there was any other way to do it, in front of a restaurant. So, but no one's doing anything about it. And when I say no, I mean what do the police do? You know what I mean? Like, are they going to come across the street and be, instead of like standing around talking about whatever they're talking about, come across the street and be like, hey man, you need to get the fuck out of here, or you need to push, like you can't be out here exposing yourself to people. It's just crazy. So I don't know, but we went for a nice run, did the Central Park loop, which is about 6 miles long, I believe, in total. And it's cool. You get to a certain place and there's a lot of hills. There's some flat ground in it, but there's a lot of people watching. And I'm at a place where people watching is the part is a huge part of like that I enjoy about just being outside in general. Because you get to just kind of see, you get to kind of peek and see what people are doing. Most people are just on their phones, but other people are out running. Other people are out sitting down eating. People are riding on a bike. People have dogs. There's animals. I just recently discovered on my favorite Instagram page, which is Nature is Metal, that a seagull can just eat a squirrel. Whole body, one shot, bop, 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 and it goes all the way down, just like when you see like a snake eat one of those big rats, and you see it just kind of slowly come down the snake's throat. Like, it's kind of the same type of situation. It's gross and it's crazy, but it's also like, I didn't know that they did that. What's up with all these birds and these little furry animals? Also, I was here and I just started thinking, stuffed animals, why do we have them? Why do they exist? And it turns out the stuffed animals have been around for a very long time. The ancient Romans made stuffed animals out of like wood and shit like that. But then it's like, doesn't stuffed imply that it's like full of cotton or some shit, or feathers, or goose down, which is also feathers or something like that? Or beans, like little beanie babies. That would consider that to be a stuffed animal, right? People collect those. But yeah, it turns out that the first stuffed animal, like if you Google what was the first stuffed animal, what will come up is it was the felt elephant. It was invented in Germany. But either way, stuffed animals apparently came from Europe. And the Europeans came over here and gave us stuffed animals, or brought stuffed animals with them, and we decided to keep them because, I guess it makes sense. you see a real elephant in real life, and you're like, oh, I want a little small version of that I can just carry around and let my child play with all the time. But yeah, the stuffed animal thing is interesting. So it was the elephant. It was produced in 1880 in Germany when somebody named Marguerite started producing cute dolls and stuffed animals like bears. Marguerite was the one who created the first stuffed animal in the modern era. Okay, so they used scraps of straw. That doesn't sound like nice. But first, they were sold as pin cushions. So essentially, it was just like a little elephant that you just stabbed like a voodoo doll all the time, because it held all the pins. Because where else would you put them? I'm going to tell you what, sharp objects freak me out. I don't like pins. I don't like safety pins. I don't like thumbtacks. I don't like needles in general. Anything that can poke me, I get real weird around. I get weird around pointy objects the same way I get weird looking over the ledge of a building. I just don't like them around me. And I don't like being high up. There you go. You know my weaknesses. Yeah, the teddy bear was another modern stuffed toy, and it was first produced in 1902. So in the grand scheme of things, the teddy bear is pretty new. And the first one was from Washington State in the United States of America. So thank you, Washington State, for giving us teddy bears awfully close to Canada. Morris invented the first teddy bear after seeing a cartoon in the Washington Post regarding President Roosevelt. The materials used for modern stuffed toys include plastic pellets and plush fur-like fabric. The original teddy bears are made from materials used for upholstery, including shoe button eyes, which were either glass button or nylon. Anyway, yeah, so people love stuffed animals. And 1880, Germany started the first soft stuffed animal. And now stuffed animal are other stuffed toys like sock monkeys and Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit, what's the difference between Peter Rabbit and Peter Cottontail, and are they the same person? Hold on a second. I just want to confirm that to you. Peter Cottontail versus Peter Cottontail and Peter Rabbit. Okay. In this story, Peter decides his real name, Peter Rabbit, is too common and changes it to Peter Cottontail. Okay, so Peter Rabbit is Peter Cottontail. Peter Rabbit is his real name. You know, it's like when Cassius Clay turned his name to Muhammad Ali. You know, but like Eddie Murphy said, his mama called him Clay, I'ma call him Clay. But yeah, so same one. Same guy. I never knew that. So you learn something new every day. I realized last time I was doing this podcast that this podcast has basically become a podcast about where you listen to a guy decide how much longer he can continue to bear doing this. Like, how much longer am I going to just turn this fucking microphone on and go, and today I got this for you? I don't know. You know, it's like I'm reaching down real deep into my pocket because I keep seeing the same lady walking around holding her baby on the train with a sign that says, we don't have anywhere to live. But she also has a cell phone. Who's paying that bill? Who does she talk to on the phone? And how is she feeding this baby? I don't know. I feel like she should have her baby taken away. Either way, I digress. Like, every week I'm thinking about what am I going to do? Am I going to just cancel the fucking thing? But I can't do it yet. And when I do it, you'll know. But for the time being, just sit back, relax, and then enjoy the sound of the sax. And then I pull out a saxophone, which, like, if I'm on the train, it's like somebody gets on with a saxophone. There's the end of me enjoying this train ride, this peaceful commute, interrupted by a guy who decides I'm going to get on the fucking one of the most public places, modes of transportation with my instrument and share this song with the world that nobody asked for. Yep. And how do they pick, right? Like, what What's the thought process? Ooh, I'm gonna play My Shetty Amor. Like, I'm gonna play that one because people love that. Yeah, they love it when they intentionally put it on, press play, and Stevie Wonder is singing it, but nobody wants to fucking hear you sing it or play it. Leave me alone. I want to listen to the game. I want to listen to Lil Wayne on the motherfucking train ride. I don't want to listen to all this bullshit that you want to play with your little trumpet. Go back to music class with your little trumpet. Go back to fucking... All right, I'm done. I'm done. Listen, guys, stay positive. Have a great day. I'm done. I'm tired. Get some sleep and pamper yourselves, right? Life is too short to not do the things you want to do. So wear the shorts, or whatever they like to say. Later.